If action is foundational to the shaping of one's personality and societal conditions are foundational to action, what then is the impact of contemporary societal shifts, such as the democratization of AI, on the potential for shaping an individual's identity? In this video series, we will delve into the philosophical breadth of habits and actions, arguing that they extend beyond mere instrumental functions. Actions and habits are the bedrock of our self-conception, influencing how we perceive ourselves within the world and how we wish to be perceived by others. Moreover, action serves as a conduit for self-discovery, as our personalities evolve through active engagement and interaction with our environment. To shed light on this intricate subject, we will first explore key insights from the philosophies of Aristotle and John Dewey. We will then examine the concept of identity and its interplay with action, situating this within the context of the evolving societal landscape shaped by AI. Following this, we will consider the ramifications of these dynamics on an individual's sense of worth, significance, and identity. To conclude, we will juxtapose the Aristotelian Deweyan perspective with an esoteric viewpoint, offering a comprehensive discourse on identity formation in the age of AI. But before we continue, a friendly reminder from the production deck. Please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to like the video if we have managed to add some value. Thanks. Now let's continue. Speaking from a background as a musician, music producer, content creator, entrepreneur, and philosopher, I have always had a deep fascination with the interplay of creativity, craftsmanship, and technology. There is something elusive, something magical, in the way that effort translates into the final creation. With the advent of the personal computer, this process changed drastically. The ability to produce a CD became accessible to everyone. Currently, humanity stands on the cusp of a new technological revolution. The rise of artificial intelligence, AI. The promises of AI are immense, with the potential to radically change our ways of working, creating, and even thinking. But as we proceed down this path, I wonder what is lost in development. The common adage suggests that the essence of the game lies not in victory, but in the act of playing. This echoes a prevalent philosophical sentiment that life's value is found not in the destination, but in the journey. Yet, one must ponder what becomes of us when we can achieve our objectives without embarking on the journey. What richness, learning, and growth are forfeited when the path is circumvented? This question becomes increasingly pertinent in an era where shortcuts and quick fixes are often prized over the enduring process of striving and evolving. To seek answers to these and other questions, we will begin by examining how Aristotle and Dewey conceptualize the relationship between actions and the development of personality. Aristotle's virtue ethics is based on the idea that a virtuous character follows from performing virtuous actions. Thus, justice is the result of just actions, temperance the result of temperate actions, and courage the result of courageous actions. Continuing from this foundation, Aristotle writes, "It is well said, then, that by doing just acts, the just person is created, and by doing temperate acts, the temperate person comes into being. Without performing these actions, no one would become virtuous." John Dewey, on the other hand, begins with the notion that the social environment is the condition of possibility for the ways in which the subject can act. According to Dewey, habits are ways of utilizing and incorporating the environment, akin to how physiological functions arise from a symbiosis between the organism and its environment. Habits encompass skills, disciplines, and techniques that depend on whether the social environment facilitates the possibility for them. Dewey writes, "For practical purposes, morals mean habits, public ways, established collective habits." Aristotle refers to a virtue as a moral disposition or inclination to act within the subject. Thus, a virtuous person is inclined to act virtuously, independent of the external environment. Unlike Aristotle, Dewey does not consider a moral disposition as an exclusive merit of the subject. He suggests that honesty, chastity, or courage are not the private property of a person, but appear as possibilities that arise under the influence of the given social and moral space of the subject. Nevertheless, Dewey simultaneously emphasizes that habits form a profound and intimate part of ourselves that have the power to direct actions and desires. At the same time, one might wonder about the role of natural talents and original interests of the subject. Nietzsche pointed out that Aristotle's virtue ethics denies the importance of the autonomous human will to power and the original individual creativity of the subject. Sartre would criticize Dewey's emphasis on the influence of the environment on action because it would deprive the subject of his original freedom and responsibility for his own actions. At the same time, a subject thought to be completely autonomous and independent of his societal and social thrownness seems an unrealistic reduction. So if our virtues and habits are deeply intertwined with the social environment that shapes them, to what extent can we claim personal ownership over our moral character and the choices that define us? Moreover, as we navigate the complex interplay between individual autonomy and societal influence, how can we reconcile the pursuit of personal virtue with the external forces that mold our actions and desires? Please, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments or post questions. That will broaden the discussion as we are happy to respond. In our next video, we'll examine the concept of identity from a metaphysical standpoint and continue our discussion on the questions raised. We look forward to seeing you there. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Thanks.